Let us welcome in our next guest, and he is joining us in studio. We have big news, my friends, because the man himself, Paul Hughes, is here, and he's returning to action on January the 25th against Usman Nurmagomedov. He's back. Good to see you. Hello, Paul. How are you? Welcome.
Have you grown? What's going on?
I'm on the...
You're looking jacked.
Hey, I'm on the stuff. Don't tell anyone, okay? We don't have to do testing. Ah, you know yourself, Paul. You know yourself. You know yourself. Hot out of the gate. I like it. Welcome to our new home. How about us?
Amazing.
Prior to 2024, I don't think we did a single interview, and this year I think this is our fourth or fifth.
I think so, yeah.
Look at that, and two in-studio interviews.
Yeah, I mean, here, you're very good to me. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
So, congratulations on the new move, Yahoo Studios here.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
Really cool.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. What brings you to New York? Is it just like a media thing?
Media run, yeah. I was in South Florida there training, and I'm going to a Boston Celtics game tomorrow night.
Wow. Are you an NBA fan?
Casual.
Okay.
A real casual. My brother's a massive fan, and when I told him I was going to the Celtics game, he lost his mind. He was like, what? He's like, you know they're champs? And I was like, I know they're champs, but is that big of a deal? And he was like, yes. I'm like, well,
it's a big deal. I actually despise them.
Oh, the Celtics?
I fucking hate them.
Why? Because they're better than the Knicks? Is that what
that is exactly it. That is exactly it.
I got the rundown that some of the PFL team are Knicks fans. They were telling me all about it.
Yes. Do you know who they're playing?
The Bulls.
The Bulls, okay,
Yeah.
classic. Two classic teams.
Yeah. I was delighted to hear that, to be honest, because of obviously the Last Dance documentary, that. I loved it. So just to see the Bulls is going to be pretty cool as well. And
so are you staying here throughout the holidays? You're staying in America, not here in New York, but Florida.
I am now, yeah. I was supposed to actually go home today, back to Ireland, but I'm going to stay over Christmas now, just to, stay in the zone here. And plenty of guys training out there still.
Is that difficult?
Not really, to be honest. Look, the job's not finished. 5.5 weeks until the biggest night of my life, so it's only one Christmas to sacrifice. Yes, it will be sad to not see everybody, see all my friends, flying home, see my family, all that fun stuff, but it's what must be done.
Is Christmas a big deal in the Hughes household?
Yeah, it is.
What are the traditions? Christmas
in Ireland is very big in general. Usually I would take a December and a January off fighting no matter what. I've always done that because I love to enjoy that Christmas time. Pints of Guinness with the boys, it's the best time of year. But yeah, Christmas is a really nice time in Ireland. It is amazing. But it is what it is. Look, I have a job that needs to be done, and that's my focus.
And so I remember we had you on right after the win over AJ McKee, and you were saying you were very clear, I want Usman. And shortly thereafter, we saw the face-off with you two. When you guys did that face-off outside, by the way, was it already a done deal, or were you kind of just planting a seed?
It was done.
It was done. Where was this, by the way? Where were you guys over here in this photo? Were you in?
This is the Dubai frame. So this is a pretty historic landmark in Dubai. We actually done a few different face-offs. Done one at the beach, done one at, not quite as nice as this, the beach, but the other one was at the Museum of the Future with the likes of Ngannou and all. We were at a sports conference there, so it was a cool experience.
And do you get to chat with him at all? Do you get a vibe check from him?
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned, we done 3 different face-offs, so there's quite a bit of time in his vicinity. I obviously, this is a question that most people ask is what's he like? Did you make any reads? And to be honest, I just see a stone cold killer. And he's looking at the exact same thing. We have he's a guy that has no reason to doubt himself, and myself as well. So it's just there's not really too many reads to be made, I don't think. At that point, maybe fight week, you get a little bit more of an energy check when it's closer to the actual fight. But, when we were there, it was kind of like business,
Is there any talking, any trash talking, anything like that?
No,
any words?
There hasn't been. It's been pretty respectful. I obviously have a great deal of respect for him. Until literally just before I came in here, the PFL were reading out some of the translations of some of the shit he's been saying, and I actually found that incredibly disrespectful.
Tell me. I missed all this. I mean, where was this?
It was, I don't know if they've done it on purpose before I've come in here.
Oh, can you give it to me? I'd like to read it as well.
They've got me riled up.
What do you say?
I'll give you the basis.
Yeah.
This is, at least my understanding of their translations, is basically who am I? And I don't even deserve to be here.
He said that about you.
Apparently, allegedly, as I would say, that's unbelievably disrespectful, but in a way I like it as well, because whenever they told me that and I was seeing some of the things he was saying, it really just put me in a different place, to be honest. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, but when it comes to competition and when it comes to my future, this, which is everything to me, I take it unbelievably seriously. So,
do you think he actually believes that, or do you think he's trying to get under your skin? Or just insult you?
I think he does believe it. You know, at the end of the day, like, I'm the new kid in the block here. You know, he was teed up to fight AJ for a long time there. Whatever it was, like a 6-month period, he was supposed to fight AJ. I've come in, you know, had my debut and then took AJ out of there, and now I'm in there for the title. So he's probably like, oh, you know, he doesn't really deserve it. He's not a big enough name yet, but he'll soon find out.
You say you have respect for him.
Yeah.
You did crack a joke though about being on the stuff. Do you believe his story, or do you believe that he was, you know, the story was, oh, he had an exemption and, you know, it was a 6-month thing and all that stuff. But, you know, sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not. What do you believe?
It's really hard to know because I don't know him personally. I mean, all I can do is look at kind of the history of doping in his region. It's obviously very prevalent. It doesn't surprise me that people from his region are still getting popped. Do I believe he's taking steroids? I don't quite know, to be honest. I don't quite know. At the end of the day, people who are juicing, they're always going to be ahead of the game, right? That's why they're juicing. They're not getting caught. So, yeah, I'm not quite. I'm not exactly sure my beliefs on that yet. But what I do know is, whatever the fuck he's taking doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't matter. I really believe that, especially in MMA, over 5 rounds, over championship, in a championship fight, I don't think steroids isn't enough to beat me, first of all. But over 5 fives, it's too long of a time for me to expose weaknesses in his game. It doesn't matter. He could be taking everything under the sun. And whether he is or he isn't, I'm not honestly sure. I haven't looked too much into it. But it would take a lot more than steroids to beat me over 5 rounds, 100%.
Can you tell when someone's on steroids? Whether by eyesight or like feel? Like, have you ever fought someone and been like, this is a little bit...
I haven't fought anyone where I thought, oh, this is different. I think it's probably just a case of like guys recovering. I think that's what people use it for, is like to like train longer and lift heavier and things like that. I think there's like physical tells of like shoulders and stuff like that, but I can't recall ever fighting anybody that I thought was on steroids, you know.
So the interesting thing about Usman is, like, there's always this thing about, oh, is the PFL as good as the UFC? You know, all this talk. I feel like right now, as far as their champions are concerned, Usman and Patchy are the two guys who people say, like, they are as good as any of the UFC champions in their respective weight classes. Do you subscribe to this? Do you think that Usman is as good as people make him out to be? And obviously the last name helps and all that, but the body of work is impressive as well. Are you as impressed? Yeah,
I am. I do think I think he would definitely be top 10. No question. 18-0, undefeated, beat some pretty good guys. Pretty good, not incredible. I would absolutely have him in the top 10. Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's been an interesting time now with the PFL Bellator stuff, and a lot of the fighters have been openly complaining, and you have had a great year with them because you've been very active, right? So you're one of those guys who has benefited from the PFL Bellator model where you can go back and forth. When you see some of this stuff, especially from the Bellator guys, what is your reaction? It is all one company, but it's, you know, we had Patricio on the show on Monday, and he was basically begging Don to release him, saying, please just let me go.
Well, look, obviously being a fighter, I'm always fighter first. So, I mean, to hear things like that, it obviously makes me sad, you know, because especially like contractual situations, because I was kind of stuck in a way in my old contract where I kind of, like, I should have been able to leave really, but I wasn't allowed to. So I only have empathy for these champions, especially people like Pitbull, who's like essentially been there for so many years. But I don't know, I don't see this being talked about that much, and maybe this is controversial, maybe I should just keep it to myself, but like, you know, obviously Bellator were going to be going out of business with Paramount and all that, and PFL acquired them. Great opportunity, great deal. It's not like the guys that, I'm going to sound like a dick saying this, it's not like they haven't got any fights. And I know that sounds bad, but the way I kind of see it is like, yeah, but if Bellator hadn't been acquired, you would have one option. You could go to the UFC. That's fine, you can go there, but you're not going to make it would probably take you 3, 4, maybe even 5 UFC fights to make what you were making as a champion in Bellator. That's kind of just how I seen it. Like, I feel for them not being able to get, obviously you want to fight as many times as you can, you want to make money for your family, but from what I've seen, the PFL are planning like 30 shows next year. You know, that should keep everybody active. So maybe the first year was just growing pains. At least that's what I hope for the fighters' sake. As I say, I'm always fighters first. So hopefully this year was just growing pains, and next year PFL just takes it to a whole new level, which I have full faith that they will.
2 fights in, you're getting this big fight. Safe to assume you are happy. You are happy with the decision.
Oh, I mean, beyond happy. Honestly, my life has changed so much, especially since the AJ win. My life's completely
How
different.
has it changed?
Oh, I mean, just honestly everything.
Wow.
You know, like, my career was quite a slow burn. You know, like, I had cage warrior success. I won my first world title when I was 24. So, you know, that was just over 3 years ago now. So, like, I've been in a nice position for some time, but it's been like a slow burn, which has been nice. But then after beating AJ, everything changed, you know, in terms of, honestly, everything. Financially, of course, you know, such a big opportunity. I got a bonus on top of my normal contract. That was a big deal for me. It was life-changing. That has now allowed me to invest so much more into my training camps. I'm able to bring my team out to Florida. I'm able to go to Dubai 3 weeks early, pay for everything. That is life-changing in itself. To not have to worry about rent at the end of the month, which I did have to a lot in Cage Warriors, where I was barely even covering rent for a couple of months with one fight. That's how my life's changed, you know. Wow. So it's been unbelievably positive, you know.
And when you say the bonuses, like, was that just something extra that they gave you that you weren't expecting?
So because the AJ fight was just obviously a bigger magnitude of a fight, I got just a better deal for the fight.
Got it.
Do you know what I mean? Because I obviously had an initial contract,
Sure,
and then because that was obviously a big step up in competition, I'm not going to fight someone like AJ McKee for the same money. So yeah, it worked out well.
How is it back home? More people coming up to you, more people recognizing you, and what's that like? How do you deal with that?
It's awesome. It's different as well because, you know, as mentioned, like 3 years since I won the first world title, like, if you're in the combat sports kind of vicinity, which a lot of people in Belfast are because we're a fighting city, it would have been normal for me to run into people all the time everywhere. But see, now it's like the energy that people bring now is just totally different. It's like holy shit, when people see me, they're like rolling down the windows, they're shouting out, they're jumping out of cars, there's bus drivers shouting that at me. It's kind of like,
amazing.
It's the energy that's different, you know. And it's like, fuck, you're just living your normal, I'm just a normal fucking guy, I live in Belfast, going to my normal coffee shops, and then someone sees you and they lose their mind, and you're like, what the fuck, you know?
You feel more pressure that comes with that because there's a big spotlight on you, not to mess up, not to disrespect the town you're from or the country that you're representing, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, of course there's going to be more pressure there, but thankfully I'm a pretty like chill enough kind of guy, a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, as I say. So it's like, it's all positive. You know, when I see someone, it's never like, oh, fuck's sake. Like, it's always unbelievably positive. So, I mean, that's a huge blessing to have that in your life, you know. So it's something that, you know, it's awesome.
A lot of sponsors, a lot of people wanting to work with you, a lot of businesses.
Definitely a huge bump since the AJ fight, you know.
But what about these dastardly devils, Boojum? Oh, what's going on with these wankers?
Told you about this?
What's going on with these guys? Okay, so
who the hell on a wee second here?
What's happening with
if I do not get an endorsement deal or something here, I'm sitting with Ariel Helwani here, the biggest show in the world. Yeah. MMA show. Well, the biggest show
in the world.
In the whole world.
Bigger than anything.
Bigger than anything. And I haven't got a deal. But we'll leave it at that.
Okay,
you know, so I feel like, you know, Boojum's like a girl that just doesn't want you.
What's going on here?
And you're just like, please,
for those that don't know, Boojum is like,
and they're like, nah.
Are they like a jabroni Chipotle?
They're like way better than Chipotle, though.
Okay, here we have Boojum right here, the Mexican burrito bar.
I'm gonna cry.
What is this? What is this? What do we have here? Why is this so great? I did some research.
Bro, my mates are gonna be fucking pissing themselves right now.
I did some research here, and it just looks like a low rent Chipotle. What's going on? Why do you love them so much?
It's way better than Chipotle. Watch your mouth there. Come on, it's way
Why do you love? So apparently, you're hitting them up and asking for a sponsor.
I'm sliding in the DMs.
Yes.
You know what? It's like 12 o'clock. I'm saying, are you up? You know,
Yeah.
like I'm trying everything.
And what's
here.
happening?
Like,
they're ignoring you.
They're not getting back.
Are they leaving you unseen,
They're leaving
or they're
me
not
unseen.
Wow.
I want to talk about it. You're kind of getting.
I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm here to say this guy is flying the flag on the internet. He's about to fight in the biggest fight of the year for Bellator and PFL. Bujim,
Oh
get
my
your act
God.
together. They better have a logo there on the chest.
This is unbelievable.
On the butt.
This is unbelievable.
What's-
I can't believe
by the
this
way,
happened.
if,
right
if
now.
I go,
It's
if I
so
go right
fucking
now,
funny.
what's the order? What's the order? What do I need to get?
Do you want me to tell you just my order?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's probably the order, right?
Okay.
Like,
I
what's
do
the go-to?
half a portion Mexican rice because I don't want to be too racy. You know.
Now this is out of camp. I want you like full throttle. Like, what are you getting?
This is out of camp.
Okay.
Yeah, half a Mexican rice. Cause I need to leave room for more protein. You know.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Both beans, pinto beans, black beans.
Both, huh?
Double chicken. Chicken's the goat in
Okay.
Boojum,
Are there
my opinion.
certain types of chicken, or is it just one type
They
of chicken?
bring in different types at times, but there's one set chicken
Okay,
that's
okay.
just the best. You know.
Yeah.
Hot salsa, chipotle crunchums, which, you know.
What is that? What is that?
So it's essentially tortilla chips, like kind of crunched up
Okay.
with a little bits of chorizo in them.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
A little bit of crunch onto the meat,
Okay.
but also a wee bit of treats if you want that. You know, it's fantastic. It's great
right.
work. Sour cream,
Okay.
just a little cheese,
Damn.
chipotle sauce, wrapped up. Boom.
No lettuce?
No lettuce.
Wow.
Lettuce.
I don't know. Nothing?
No.
No
You a
greens?
Chipotle guy? Are you into burritos?
I actually I love burritos, but Chipotle is like that's like McDonald's.
Yeah.
This is like a chain, right?
This is fantastic.
high quality.
This is pre-made. It started in Belfast, now across the island of
Belfast
Ireland.
company.
It's now expanded to England as well.
Wow.
You know, so there's a bit of a
Yeah.
thing there.
They
You
have
know,
to
as well.
represent one of their own.
I don't know. Look,
This is a source that we're gonna work to make this happen.
we'll see. If
Where's
you can
Tim
get,
at?
If you can get it, where's Tim?
Yeah,
Simpson
where's
at?
Tim at?
I don't know. You talk to him for me, will you?
If I get this done, what do we get? 1%, 2%?
Whatever percent, whatever.
I just want
percent.
to
don't
be able
even
to
want
try it.
money. I don't even want that. I don't even want money. I just want a wee card.
Oh, they
that
have a
I walk
card.
in and just go, here.
They have one of those? Do you know people that have those?
I think they should make me one.
Yeah. Like
You know?
for that's all you want.
Yeah,
You want like
like
the
a
Derek
Nando's black
Lewis
card. Have you heard
yeah,
of that?
yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
that's
of
what I
course.
want, a Boojum
Derek
black
Lewis
card.
got the card from Popeye's Chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they said he
disrespected Papa.
yes,
Chicken
exactly.
one
And so
time.
he got it. That's what you want. You don't even
That's what I
want a paycheck. You just
I don't
want
even want. I just want a wee card that gives me free burritos.
anytime. You and your friends, or just you?
Me and mates got a sort of.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say fuck your friends.
No, come on. They're gonna be watching right now, and they're gonna be pissing themselves at this whole Boojum crack. Like I'm telling
What is
you.
Boojum, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay, it's
I
just
don't
a
know.
name.
Yeah.
Is it hard to talk about this while you're cutting weight? I mean, are you officially cutting weight? Are you dieting right now?
Yeah, but like my weights, I've been so disciplined since getting this fight. My weight's basically almost where I want it to be for fight week. So
Okay.
I'm right at that like perfect level.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you now? Like, what do you walk around at?
I walk around like a bit heavier now, but
Okay.
right now I'm probably like 176 or something. So
Okay.
I'm nice and low for what I want to be for fight week.
And how long have you been in Florida?
Been there, I think, 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Were you there with Shafkat as he was preparing for Ian?
Yeah.
Was it-
Interestingly enough.
Yeah. Weird?
Not really, because he's been there when I've been there before. He's just part of the team. You
Yeah.
know, it's pretty normal. Great respect for him. You know, at the end of the day, like especially Killcliff, like the environment there is so good. Henry sets a great example. I seen he was on your show. He sets a great example. It's very respectful. It's just like, you know, guys come in, they're doing the training, they're gonna fight each other, and what? You know, like they have no worry about me like being friends with Ian and coming into the gym or anything like that. It's not I'm gonna be saying like, oh, here Shavkat's this or that. That's not how it goes.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's just like at the end of the day, Shavkat's my teammate in a way through
Yeah, yeah.
Killcliff, so you would never do something like that. But yeah.
What do you
Cool
think of the
experience.
fight?
Like incredible. Honestly,
Did
I've
Ian
watched
do
it.
better than you thought, or as you thought?
I actually picked Ian to win.
Okay.
Over 5. I thought that Ian was maybe just going to have that range game and just outpoint them. That was my biased pick, of course. What a fight. I've watched it like 3 times. Just such high-level MMA. It's one of these things where like the first round, one punch got the round for Shavkat, but
Yeah.
that's at this high level of MMA, that's all it is at times. That may have won him that fight is just that first round punch. And then the grappling exchanges were incredible. Ian's adapting to the takedown that Shavkat was doing to then take us back in the 5th round. It was unbelievably high level MMA, like, so it's what I like to watch.
One of those fights where I felt Ian's stock went up despite not getting the nod, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot more people respect him and believe in him now. Some people, for whatever reason, I didn't change. I felt like he was the real deal for quite some time, but it felt like the fans, for whatever reason, weren't quite jumping on the bandwagon.
You got to put respect in his
Yeah.
name. Like, I mean, after, you know, obviously him having the Buckley fight done and then going here, fight a week earlier somewhere else against Shavkat, you know, and he was like, yeah, 100%. Like, you got to put some respect in his name. Like, you know, people can say what they want about him, but in terms of his fighting abilities and his gameness to fight the best, I mean, whenever he started calling out Colby Covington, it was kind of like, oh, like, should you call out Colby Covington? He's a beast, like. And now you look how that's kind of played out. It just looks like Colby Covington's fucking shit scared of him. And that is the actual reality of what it is.
Has he said that he's going to help you out, or has there, Ian?
Did he there was an interview clip, I think, in his pre-fight stuff where someone was like, oh, would you do his corner? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. Paul done my corner before for the Cage Warriors World title, so if he wants me in, then I'll do it.
Okay.
You know?
But obviously that's not happening.
Well, I'll have my own team.
Yeah, of course.
In the corner.
He's not going to show up to kill.
But if he's out to Dubai, then you know, that'd be awesome.
You know, this all kind of started with you saying, you know, Connor, come corner me. And I saw what you said to MMA Fighting earlier today, and I don't want to put you on the spot and ask you about everything that he's dealing with, but it sounds like that's not going to come to fruition, right? Him being part of this
at the end of the day, my team's always going to be in my actual corner. Do you know what I mean? Whether or not there's a cage side thing going on, like, my team's obviously, my 3 guys are going to be in there because I need them in there, you know? But, yeah, that's where we're at with it.
And he won't be at the fight because...
No idea.
No idea.
No idea. I've had no contact since the AJ fight, like since the tweets and stuff like that. There's been no contact.
There's a bare knuckle card on the same night, the one with Eddie Alvarez and Jeremy Stevens. But obviously all that came up before all this, and now who knows where he stands. So I appreciate your stance on that. I am wondering, though, if PFL starts their season in April, is the plan still for you to be a part of that? Because that was the original plan, right, when you signed. Are you looking to come back, win or lose, 3 months later? Or if you win, does that change things for you?
Well, if they'll let me go in there as a Bellator champ, then I don't.
You're okay with that?
I don't see why not. You know, I'm here for, as I say, big fights, big nights, and to make money. You know, and I would love to win $1 million plus my pay on top of that. I'm here to maximize my earnings. You know, so if they'll let me go in as the Bellator champ in the PFL season, then we'll talk to them and see if we can get that done.
Okay.
You know,
was any of that discussed beforehand? Like, hey, we want you to fight on this card, and then you're going to do this, or
no, I think it was more a case of like, look, this Usman fight's there if you want it, and I'm like, of course. As I said, the big fights, the big nights. This Usman fight could be one of the biggest ones in the promotion's history. You know, if it's done right. So that's why.
Is it happening sooner than you thought? If we're being honest, when did you sign? You said it was April, right?
Or like my
March.
last Cage Warriors fight, I think mid-April, and signed a couple of weeks later. April. Is it happening? No, this is honestly what I foreseen. So with the first time I came here, I was telling you about the plan, the master plan, and all. You were trying to get out the wee details.
You said you would announce it afterwards. You didn't announce it.
And then I didn't. And you were giving me shit for not announcing. You were like, what's going on? Why'd you not call him out? I didn't call him out that night because he had got booked that week. But my plan was always to fight Usman. The first call I had with PFL was with Mike Hogan the day after I signed. And I says, I want to fight Usman Nurmagomedov ASAP. I said, that's the fight I want. I said, it's the biggest fight in the promotion, in my opinion. It's a perfect stylistic matchup for me. I want to fight him. So give me, I think I asked for like Patricky Pitbull for Dublin, and then give me Usman. That's what I said to them on the phone. First call, before I'd even made my debut, before I fought Bobby King, before I'd done any of that. I've just come out of my Cage Warriors contract. No reason for me to be talking like that, oh, I'm going to fight the champion right away. But that's what I foreseen happening, and that's what I've really just brought it into reality here, you know, especially, of course, doing that by beating AJ McKee. Yeah.
Can I ask, and I know these are quite, I've tried to get Don on the show. He said in January he'll come on, and I look forward to that. But like, it is very apparent that there's no real like Bellator branding on this. The poster, it's called, I think, Dubai Champion Series. Are they getting rid of Bellator to the best of your knowledge? What do you know about this?
I honestly don't know.
There's a poster right there.
You
see the
I'm fighting for the Bellator belt, but yeah, Road to Dubai Champion Series. I'm not exactly sure of the details of how, if that's like a product that's going to run on. I'm not exactly sure, but I kind of like the idea, to be honest.
You like it, okay?
I like it because, I mean, you look at the energy that the Middle East is bringing to combat sports now. They've just signed this new deal with Dubai. I was at the signing party, the conference, all of this with the Dubai Sports Council and the economy of tourism. So there's obviously an investment there, which is good for us fighters. You know, it's good for us. There's big events. This event in Coca-Cola Arena is going to be huge in Dubai. Like, this is the first global MMA show there. Myself and Usman. That's a pretty good way to, I guess, start this whole thing. And if that means big events and people getting big fights, big paychecks, then I think that's positive, you know?
For sure. What was that scene like when you were there?
What, in Dubai?
Yeah.
Crazy. Treated like royalty, you know. Shout out to PFL. I've just been treated so well since I've got here. Like, honestly, it's been so nice. That was cool, hanging out with Ngannou for the first time. We met very, very briefly at his pay-per-view that I fought on. But I got to spend a good bit of time with him and just have the crack and get to know him a little bit, have dinner with the PFL, all the PFL execs, get to know them a little bit more, meet some sheiks, meet some heads of tourism, all of this kind of stuff. Great experience. But definitely the best was hanging out with Ngannou. Like, he's a great guy, like, as you know.
Yeah. He's a legend.
He's a great guy.
So you were treated like a superstar.
Yeah.
Like one of their big faces, one of their big names.
Well, I am now.
I know. You're big news.
Yeah.
Was it just you, Francis, Usman? That's it? Like
Doumbé was there also.
Cedric Doumbé, yeah. He's a big-time star, too.
Big-time star. Nice guy. Good fun.
Yeah. There you are with the big man.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Who's the other gentleman?
That's my coach, Pat.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Who?
Francis.
Pat's
a big boy, too, but Francis is a big boy.
He's shaking his hand. You're like, my God. Like, hard man. I would not want to be getting punched by him. Like,
is there any part of you when you're like, again, a year ago, you were in Cage Warriors, your future's a little bit unknown, and you're like, holy crap, look at what's happened to me this year. As the year comes to an end, are you allowing yourself to reflect on this crazy journey, or because you have a fight coming up so soon, not time to smell the roses?
I've kind of been like intermittently smelling the roses, especially since AJ. There's just been moments where I'm like, a day goes by and all the amount of things I've done that day that are incredible, like these Dubai things and the dinners and this and that, where I'm just like, holy shit, this is my life now. Like, this is just my life now. It's unbelievable. Like, it's everything that I dreamed of coming up as a young fighter. I dreamed of being able to do things like this, to be a true professional athlete, to fight the best in the world, which now I've got the opportunity to do, to start setting my family up, to start setting myself up, which I'm starting to do as well. At only 27, you know, it's I'm literally living my dream. It's I feel very blessed, like, you know. So intermittently, I'm getting these times and these like pinch me moments. But most of the time, especially now, it's like it's really, really intense focus. Like I'm very, very much in the zone for this one. You know, this is a big one for me.
No kids, right?
No.
Soon, maybe? You want?
I would love kids, in the future, but married to the game right now.
Married to the game?
Yeah.
No misses, no nothing?
No misses right
now. Wow, you're fully focused.
Fully focused.
How does Claire feel about this?
She understands.
Okay.
She understands, you know. She gets the crack.
Claire being your mother?
Yes,
of course.
This is what I must do right now.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, it's good. Like, my life's, I'm having a good time.
She must be gutted that you're not coming home for Christmas.
She is.
I feel for her.
Yeah, she is.
Couldn't make a quick trip in and out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
All right. I just got that. Who, me?
Like who, me? You just did it. You just
play that shit.
Yes,
play that shit. Where are we at?
Come on, Frank. Where are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, there it is. There it
That's
is.
loud.
Yeah, it is.
That's loud. Nah, it's too much of a trek. At the end of the day, I'm going home not long after Christmas. I'm going home in the new year anyway. So go home, Belfast for a week, and then out to Dubai. So it'll be all good.
I always hear about, you know, I was speaking to Oban Elliott about this, like the boys come together, you guys drink before the holidays and all that. What is it? What is it? What is
Guinness
what is
on tap, brother.
Guinness, really?
Guinness on tap.
Is that it?
Guinness.
What would you do for one of those right now?
Oh, PFL are actually bringing me to some iconic Irish bar. I forget the name of it. It slipped my mind. In Boston tomorrow to like pour Guinness and things like that. So I'm just going to be like,
will you drink it?
Nah.
Not even one?
Nah, not drink it.
Not a sip?
Not a sip. No, well, maybe a wee bit of the cream at the top, you know what I mean? Wet the lips a wee bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of the best things about Christmas, especially being in Ireland, is pints of Guinness with the boys. Like,
the boys sitting around.
But what do you do? What do you do? The sacrifices must be made.
Of course, and it'll be worth it afterwards.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I just wanted to play a quick game with you, if I could.
Go, hit me.
Called Beautiful or Poor pour. There it is. Beautiful or
What?
pour with Paul Hughes. Okay, so I keep hearing that there's like a
I
proper
didn't
way.
know what you're on about there for a second. Like,
There's a proper way to pour.
you're gonna make me rate like people.
No,
I was like, bruv, come
There's
on.
a proper way to pour, right? The
Yeah,
Guinness, and then
absolutely.
there's a
Yeah.
shit way to pour too. So I
Are
want
you
to
gonna show me a bunch of shit Guinness? Because I'm
just-
gonna get really annoyed.
No, I don't know. The guys didn't tell me what it is. So let's see. What do we have here, guys? First one.
Fuck
What is
off.
that? What
Can
is
I
that?
curse in this eye?
You can curse away. What is that?
Clean off of that there.
It's shit.
A recording glass. It must be in a Guinness glass.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Record.
Someone's took a big shit inside a glass. That's what it is. In a recording glass.
What is a recorder leg? What is that?
It's like a cider. It's a bullshit cider. Guinness has to be in a Guinness glass.
Oh, this is nice music.
Give me the next one.
Look at the music here. It's like we're in the local pub right now. Sort of. Close enough.
Yeah,
Anyway, so this is shite. One out of what is
Oh,
this?
this is perfection.
Why is it
This is
perfect?
10 out of 10 because it's the percentage of dome to Guinness. You know, this is a perfect percentage where you're getting the full dome, but it's also coming just over the top. So you can see the creaminess at the top of this. That's how you know it's good.
I'm getting chills right now.
Exactly.
This is great.
That's how you know.
And what's
Because
the
that's
dome?
why
The
it's so
dome is-
good in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because that's where we make it. That's where it's the creamiest. So you can see how much, like, that's like a couple of centimeters over the brim of the glass of cream. That's when you just know, here, boys, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
You know,
And by the way, the last one, like scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving it?
this one.
No, the last one. The
Oh, 0.3.
0.3. What's this?
This is a 9.5. In fact,
Okay.
I don't know how it gets
How you
better.
can beat it? Wow,
Yeah.
that's high. Okay, what else we have?
Are we
What else
getting
we
more,
have?
are we? Oh, this
Is that a milkshake?
Do you know what's funny? There's a page on Twitter and like Instagram
Yes.
and stuff. It's called Shit London Guinness.
we got?
You know what?
Yeah, we got these from there.
There
Yes.
you
Shout
are.
out to Shit London.
Shout
Okay.
out to Shit London Guinness.
What is this? What's going
This
on
is the
here?
London
How is that
Guinness right
even
here.
possible?
An Irishman would throw that back in your face in the bar. To
You
the
wouldn't even
bartender.
drink it.
No.
Does it
No,
change
I mean,
the
it wouldn't
taste?
even be a question.
Does it change the taste?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, it does. It
How?
does. Because of the shape of the glass, that's how it's intended to be poured. It sets correctly. You know, and the glass makes a difference to that.
Really?
This is like a normal like American like pitcher
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
glass. You know, this
And
is
also, do you have to
trash.
do multiple pours? Isn't it like you do it once?
you do the first pour and you hit it 45-degree angle until it comes to about maybe 3/4 full or so. Then you let it sit till all of it settles till it's plain black again. You start to see the dome, and then you top it up. But rather than pull it down with, I think it's like nitrogen or whatever, you push it so there's no nitrogen.
Wow.
At least to my understanding, I should know this. I worked in a bar for like 8 years.
Oh my God.
I should
So
know
you've
this.
done this 1,000 times.
A million times, and then you pour it just so you can. If it's creamy enough, then you'll get a bit of dome at the top of it.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
real science.
Oh, it's a science.
Okay, what
It's
else? What else? We have a
science.
couple more. What about that?
Terrible. Get it out of here.
They're taking the piss
Get
back
outta
there,
here.
huh, with
They're
this?
taking the piss,
I mean,
Ariel.
golly, what is
You know
this? Okay,
yourself.
what about that? What about that?
Christmas tree, like this is what I'm sacrificing, Ariel.
This is it.
what
This
I'm
is it in a
sacrificing
nutshell.
Here. Do you know
Sitting
what I mean?
around. What are you watching? What's on the telly as you're watching this?
Oh, Christmas movies, you gotta have a bit of Home Alone or something on there, a bit of Elf.
At the pub.
You know,
No
well,
sports.
no, not at the pub. Maybe
Hurling,
Ah,
GA.
you'll have a bit of Gaelic or hurling on.
What about this?
And
We
you got
this?
the hurling ball.
Yeah.
So whenever I was walking in here, can I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. That was given to me in Ireland.
I know. What a story.
Yeah.
You know, I love how someone just came up and went, here, take out there, will you?
Yeah.
And then you've brought it home in
Yes.
your bag and set it here.
I loved it.
Whenever I seen this on your show, the first time I couldn't believe that you had got this. I thought, oh, maybe Pizza Carl made you
No,
put it
no,
there.
no.
You put it there
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, when I was there
Like,
for
this
the
is what I
Katie
grew
Taylor
up
fight.
playing. Yeah.
It really meant
this
a
is what
lot
I
to me.
grew up. It's unbelievable.
That's hurling or
This is hurling.
Okay.
So we play with a stick. We hit this. But whenever I walked in here, I looked at the screen when you were on air and I couldn't see it. So I thought you'd get rid of it.
Oh no. Of
So I
course.
was like, oh, I need to bring that up as soon as I get in.
Nah,
there.
nah, nah.
And then I seen it
Come on.
whenever I come in, so I'll set it back then.
All right. What else we got? We got a
That's
couple more. A
unreal.
couple more. I like this
That's some
insight.
crack.
How's that? How's that?
That's nice, yeah. That's nice. You can see a bit of domage there at the top. I would like, personally, a little bit more cream on that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe like a 7.
I would give it an 8. I mean, still looks pretty good to me.
All right. What else? Stop it with it. How could that be? How could that be? Even I know.
This is just disrespect to a culture. This is the ultimate
You would literally
disrespect.
say, "Thanks, but no thanks."
You would get knocked out for that. Like,
Oh,
That's-
that's beautiful.
so this is what people refer to as the shtick.
Oh, okay. What is that?
See
What is
how
that?
it's sticking to the glass.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
You know, whether or not this is all a complete pile of balls that I'm saying to you, I
I
don't
love
really know, but we just romanticize the fuck out of it. You know, looks alright.
Not great.
All right, not the best. You know, prefer the old glasses. See how this got like a design on it? We don't really like this.
You don't like that?
We don't really like this in Ireland.
Why is that?
These are like newer glasses. They got rid of them. They just want the plain, just straight glass.
Is it like this? Is it like a little bit of a curve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
some crack here today.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Crack, yeah.
Would you believe that every time I have a Guinness, my favorite drink, by the way,
is it?
Always split the G. I mean, I
Okay.
split the G like a G.
You see, this whole split the G, this is when you're getting into some debates now in Ireland.
People don't like it.
Because people say, you know, if you're a real Guinness drinker, you've been on the Guinness for many years, split the G is like a new phenomenon. It's like a TikTok thing.
So
you know, I
you
know
don't
you're
like
a big
it.
TikTok, like new age kind of
So I
guy.
just
So
exposed
you are
myself.
you're a split the G kind of guy. Like,
No. I don't want that.
really-
I was trying to be cool by saying that.
Well, look, here, I'm telling you the culture, Ariel.
Yeah.
You know, you would probably, if you're a real Guinness guy, you say, fucking split the G's, pat up balls.
Okay.
Just
okay.
say, let's
Good to know.
pat a TikTok shit.
You know, it's funny you
Just
say that
I've been
because
drinking
PT always
Guinness for
tries to
years.
tout the fact that he splits the G, but that's because he's a wanker.
He's a wanker, exactly. A wanker. And Pete, like me and Eric were talking about this before we come in here. I think he's like give you the impression that he's from like the hood, like he's like a kind of street guy, you know, grew up in Blanche. Blanche is like he lives in basically a mansion.
What?
Just outside of Blanche.
He's
the
a
posh
fake
part.
tough guy.
He's a fake tough guy. There's like a posh part not too far away from it. And he lives in a mansion there.
He's always told us it's like the roughest part of town.
He's like, oh, here, I love tracksuits and all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
That's the tracksuit culture, street culture and all. This is why I actually wore my tracksuit today.
I love that.
I thought Eric and Connor were going to be wearing theirs, but...
So he's a fugazi tough guy. Really? Do people know this? Is this a thing? Does he not have the street cred that he thinks he has?
I don't know what he thinks he has, to be honest. I don't know what his crack is, Ariel. Bit of a fraud.
Fraud. By the way, you mentioned the tracksuits. Last week on the show we had... he always
That's what I'm
talks
saying.
about St. Stephen's Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day or
Do you do
St.
this?
Stephen's Day.
The tracksuit thing? You don't do it?
Nah.
Fugazis do that.
It's so I think the tracksuit thing is more of like a city thing, you know. So like Belfast, like people who grew up in Belfast, they would do it. Like Dublin, where I'm from, countryside, it wouldn't be a thing. We'd be more like GA gear for Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are the boys. Last week we had Rick and GC. Can you rate them? They were feeling hard. What'd you
crack,
think?
like.
You even responded.
I know. Here I had to.
Fire trackies, I must say.
They're nice. They're nice. I prefer the black one. I prefer Eric's.
Okay.
No disrespect.
No.
to
You
Connor,
got to zip
but-
it up all the way or no?
Yeah, if you're going full tracky, you don't want to go all the way up. You
Okay.
know, I've got a hoodie on.
Yeah,
so
it's
I've
tough,
got-
it's
I've got,
tough.
It's cold out in these streets and in
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York,
yeah.
you know.
But you respect
But
that.
Fire fits. Fire
You liked
fits.
it.
Yeah.
Well, what about this one? What about this one? That's Pizza.
That's
Tough. It's tough.
it's a hard watch. Like, it's a
What
hard-
about this? Well, he
it's
thinks
tough.
he thinks he's hard right here with Reg.
The dog's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Dog adds
But the rest,
definitely some
like he
toughness
thinks
levels
he's tough
there.
here. He's always told me he's
but
from
here,
like the
yeah.
hardest part of town.
How big does that living room look?
Yeah, it is mansion like.
One of many living rooms.
One of many.
One of many.
What about this one? What about this one?
Oh, he's doing the Drake.
Yeah, all
That's
black.
the other living room.
That's the other living.
That's the other
Multiple
living room.
trees as well.
Unbelievable, this guy.
What about this one?
Fraud.
It's not. It's a work in progress.
It's all right.
But overall, not impressed.
That's not a tracksuit. I mean, that's just.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
So overall, not impressed.
Got some work to do. You know.
PT, what do you think of all of this?
Oh, he's in. Oh, he's got to back himself.
What do you think of all this shit
I
talking?
thought I heard some.
PT, what do you think of all this shit
I was
talking?
waiting for a
This little fella,
showdown.
I'm a nice guy. He's a diva. Since day one, a fucking diva, Paul Hughes. That's what he said. He's not coming back to Ireland. He's not allowed back in Ireland. That's what the
What are you
problem
on
is.
about?
He's just trying to get home
Posh
for
man.
Christmas, and people are like, "We don't want you here, mate. You stay over there with your Americans. You're American to us now, Paul Hughes." I hate.
PT, a lot of
Oh,
accusations
PT.
here. First, when he started talking about the rough part of town or the supposed rough part of town that you're from, I was like, oh my God, I pray that PT is listening to this right now.
I did. It was very.
Your thoughts,
Look,
your retort.
I just hope he's not driving through Blanche anytime soon after these accusations, these scurrilous accusations that Paul Hughes has made. But I enjoyed the tracksuit. I enjoyed the Blanche slander a lot as well. I'm happy to put out that Blanche is like the poshest part of Dublin. If you'll have it, like I want to raise the property here. As you said, I've got a massive mansion here. I wouldn't mind that going for like 2 million or so, Paul. What you reckon? Do you want to buy a house?
Bit
in
of a
Blanche?
change in attitude.
Yeah,
there, this
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like, you know.
One time, Ariel rang me and a lad got shot outside my apartment while he's on the phone.
That's pretty funny.
What about this little number that you've got on here, PT?
That's nice.
Like this.
What is that, Macho
I'll show you.
Man? Oh, wow. With Hogan, too. I love it.
Pretty cool.
The
I was
mega
gonna
power.
get one. I was gonna get one with Ian Garry and Paul Hughes, and I had Ian done the trek out to Dubai, but apparently that's not to be, Paul.
Wow.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Well, it's not too late. I can convince him. But you have to wear it
With
on
all the money
January
you're on,
25th
you should
after
be
Christmas.
playing the flights. You should be, first class flights. Put them up in a 5-star hotel. I think that's what you should do.
Yeah, well, here, we'll see the crack. If you get the Christmas jumper made, I'll consider it,
I will. I'll get it for next year if he's there.
This is
Only if
great.
he's
This
there.
is some crack. So if you ever just abuse Pizza in your show, can he just go press a button and go,
He just
hold
pops
on
in.
a wee second
Yeah.
here. What the fuck's going
This
on?
happened with
yeah.
someone else. Oh, Tom Aspinall was talking
Tom
about
Aspinall.
you, and then he just popped in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Tom
I
Aspinall
like
said
that.
it was
That's
a
pretty
lovely
funny.
guy.
He's just
I think
ready
Tom Aspinall.
whenever. By the way, Pizzi, you were the one who told me that Boojum was some kind of like shite
Of course I
Chipotle,
was.
right?
This is not what I said. Boojum is in Blanche as
Hold
well.
on a wee
Paul,
second
by the way.
here. What did you say about Boojum?
I didn't say that at all. I said it was very nice. It's not. I said probably not up to US standards, but it's the best
What do you
one we
mean
have in
US
Ireland.
standards? US standards are way below Irish produce. Come on.
Burritos?
Yes.
Burrito.
Boojum burritos.
Come on, mate. Our Mexican
PT.
populace really isn't all there here. Not in Blanchardstown anyway. I don't know about Belfast, but I think you've got. It is the best one in Ireland though, by a long shot.
Okay, well that's something.
I'm really
As I said, there's one
disappointed.
in Blanche,
I'm
like,
really
I'm
disappointed you
repping-
said that.
Yeah, who's
I'm
turned on
repping
who?
the side. I mean, this guy Hughes. I mean, I'm trying to get a bit of crack here, but he's been in America too long.
He is.
He doesn't understand it anymore. Look, why aren't you going home to your
That
man
is
Christmas?
true, though.
Yeah, he
That
wants
is-
to know. Why aren't
What?
you going home?
Why-
Why aren't I going home?
Claire Hughes is a saint, and she deserves her little
Would you
angel to
stop
be home.
calling my mum? This is getting out of hand, Ariel. This
Claire
guy
Hughes
has one
deserves her
phone
son to
call
be
with
at
my
home.
mother for an interview, and he's texting her, "Well done, Claire. You must be the proudest mother and all of
Wow,
Right.
Pizzi.
He's sliding in my ma's DMs. He's sliding in my ma's DMs. This guy.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. Oh, Hughes.
Oh,
Look, she's a very beautiful woman, so
Oh, she's a
understandable.
legend. I can't believe you guys are like the closest family in Irish MMA. I can't believe you're not going home. I'm a bit upset.
Wow, he's
I don't
giving
think
you
Ariel
guilt.
I know.
hammered home this point enough.
Here, stop trying to guilt me. I feel guilty enough, brother. You know.
They don't get it in America. It's a lot. I feel like because they have Thanksgiving, they have like a diet Christmas in America. Like our Christmas is hard hitting. It's like a
but
3-week affair.
People have been saying to me, "Oh, do you celebrate Christmas like much?" And I'm like, "It's the biggest time of the year.
yeah, it's the
It's the
pinnacle.
biggest time of the year."
PT told me he was out Christmas shopping today. He almost got run over by a few people. It was
Oh, yeah?
madness there in the center of town. Was it not, PT?
He
I
nearly
was
got
in
hit by a
Blanche
couple
Centre.
of Rolls Royces, couple of friggin' G wagons walking
Exactly,
down
man.
his street. That's
It's
what it
the
was.
G-Wagon is so wide. It's hard to get out of them spots. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's bulletproof as well, just in case. So, I mean, that adds like an extra inch of thickness. But, I mean, what about that torture you being showed all them points, Paul? I know you love.
Yeah, I
an
wonder
L
who brought
point
that to
Claire.
their table.
That was actually me. That was actually
was?
me. Yeah, it was 100% me. Yeah.
Well, I knew the boojum was obviously you, so I appreciate that. But if I don't get a boojum deal here, if I don't get a boojum black card, I'm just gonna have to. I don't know what I'll do with myself, to be honest. I'll have to probably pack in fighting, to be honest, because
We're going to work on it. We're going to
What's it
get Tim
worth?
on the job.
Tim, we'll get.
Yo,
Tim
you need to
going.
go. You need to go to the Dead Rabbit. The lads brought me to the
Great
Dead
spot.
Rabbit. It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You know about
we
it.
moved offices since then, PC.
Yeah, we've moved offices.
Remember
since
that
then.
big thing that Ariel done with
Yeah.
Yahoo?
Yeah, come on. Paul knows more about it than you, PT, for fuck's sake. It's in a completely different part of town.
No, I just
Has he not
assumed
been
he's
down
using the
since?
same.
He
office.
has
It
not been.
looks so
PT,
similar. It
fuck's
looks
sake.
exactly the same. You know what I mean? So
no, thank
thought
you,
it was
that.
the same.
Thank you, that PT. We'll talk to you in a few minutes, all right?
Right,
We'll get
PT.
to you afterwards. For now, though, Paul,
me, some
looking
crack.
forward to it. This was good fun.
Oh, great crack, bro. Great
Yes,
crack.
always.
Great to be here.
January 25th.
Yeah.
By the way, have they announced where it's going to air?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's ESPN or Zone or whatever.
All right, well, we'll find out. Because
I don't
on the press release and all that, it wasn't there. And usually the Bellator fights are on Max here
Yeah.
in the United States. It doesn't mention it, but maybe we'll find out.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
All right, but we're going to be able to watch it, and it's January 25th, and it's at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, and it's the biggest fight of your life against arguably the number one pound-for-pound guy in Bellator and the PFL. You can make a very strong
Absolutely.
case. So good luck to you, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Great to be here. Always an honor to be on here.
Thanks for watching this video. Hey, before you go, do me a favor, hit that sub button, give us a thumbs up, hit the little bell thingy as well, leave us a nice comment or two. We appreciate you all very much.